Welcome back to Transcriber from Reddit. Today's topic comes from the subreddit WomenInNews, posted by user Tony Alarm. The post is a photo post with the title, in all caps, breaking news, end caps, Virginia Giuffre, Jeffrey Epstein's most prominent abuse survivor, has died by suicide. The image we see is of a younger Virginia, with his arm around her waist. We see Jeffrey Epstein standing shoulder to shoulder with her. Behind her, we see Ghislaine Maxwell leaning up against what appears to be a fridge. There was some discussion in the comments over whether a solo photo of her should have been posted or this photo. It seemed relatively split down the middle. Rest in peace, Virginia. Your memory will not be forgotten. Before I go into the linked BBC article, which, by the way, was linked in the comments down below, I want to point out that what Virginia faced is what abuse survivors face, whether they be children, adult, it does not matter. They face any number of conditions which can lead to things like suicide. Oh, I'm sorry, this is YouTube and they want me to say unaliving. This is important, and we cannot shy away from the fact that abuse survivors tend to off themselves like this, and this is why we need people to be on their side. We need more people to be on the victim's side. They have so much already taken from them that when it comes to things like trials or accusations, there's often nothing left of them that they feel that they have within them. And just reliving that trauma can do so much harm again to them. This is why we argue for more robust social programs. Because when people are hurt in this way, they need these services. From BBC.com, the article titled Virginia Giuffre, Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein accuser, dies. Written 2 days ago by Crystal Hayes, BBC News, Los Angeles. Below that, we see an image of Virginia Giuffre surrounded by news media. I begin reading. Virginia Giuffre, who accused Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein of sexual abuse, has died by suicide, aged 41, her family has said. Ms. Giuffre was one of the most outspoken accusers of convicted sex offenders Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, his former girlfriend. She alleged they trafficked her to the Duke of York when she was 17, which Prince Andrew has strenuously denied. Relatives said in a statement on Friday that she had been a, quote, fierce warrior in the fight against sexual abuse, unquote, and that the, quote, toll of abuse, became unbearable, unquote. Quote, she lost her life to suicide after being a lifelong victim of sexual abuse and sex trafficking, end quote, they said. The statement described the mother of three, quote, as the light that lifted so many survivors, end quote, and said she died on Friday at her farm in Western Australia. West Australia police said they were called to a home in the near Gabby area on Friday night, where Ms. Giuffre was found unresponsive. A statement continued, quote, the death is being investigated by major crime detectives. Early indication is the death is not suspicious, end quote. Ms. Giuffre, who was born in the U.S., had been living with her children and husband, Robert, in the suburb of North Perth, although recent reports suggested the couple had split after 22 years of marriage. 3 weeks ago, Ms. Giuffre posted on Instagram to say she had been seriously injured in a car accident, which her family later said she had not intended to make public. Local police later disputed the severity of the crash. Here, the article cuts to show an image of an older Miss Giuffre showing a photo of her younger self, roughly later teen years. In both photos, Ms. Giuffre looks beautiful. In a statement, Ms. Giuffre's longtime spokesperson, Denise von Muffling, described her as, quote, one of the most extraordinary human beings I have ever had the honor to know, end quote. She said Ms. Giuffre was a, quote, beacon to other survivors and victims, end quote, and that, quote, it was the privilege of a lifetime to represent her, end quote. After making her abuse allegations public, Ms. Giuffre became a prominent campaigner and was closely associated with the Me Too movement. Ms. Giuffre alleged that Epstein and Maxwell trafficked her to Prince Andrew when she was 17. The prince, who has denied all claims against him, reached an out-of-court settlement with her in 2022. The settlement included a statement in which he expressed regret for his association with Epstein, but contained no admission of liability or apology. Ms. Giuffre said she became a victim of sex trafficking when she was a teenager. She said she met Maxwell, a British socialite, in 2000. From there, she said she was introduced to American financier Epstein and alleged years of abuse by him and associates. Epstein took his own life in prison in 2019. Side note, yeah, Jeffrey Epstein definitely did not kill himself. Continuing on, where he was being held awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. He was previously convicted in 2008 for soliciting prostitution from a minor. Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in prison in the U.S. for her role in Epstein's trafficking and abuse. Here ends the article. They have linked down below the BBC Action Line if you're suffering distress or despair, if you're in the UK. And in the US, it also notes you can contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255 or crisis text line by texting HOME to 741741. Help is also available in the US and Canada by dialing 988. Young people in need of help can call Kids Help Phone on 1-800-668-6868. Hereafter, I will refer to her as Virginia. My apologies for mispronouncing her last name. There has been many unsealed documents that have detailed and have confirmed a lot of the details that Virginia stated, which included her time spent at Mar-a-Lago, and that Maxwell met her there while she was serving there, and they struck up a conversation. Virginia was told by Maxwell that there was a well-paying job that needed a masseuse, and that she should apply if she was interested. Maxwell facilitated Virginia's and many other victims of abuse at the hands of powerful men like Prince Andrew, like the Clintons, like Trump, like many other powerful people. And what is unsealed is only a drop in the bucket. Yes, some of which is alleged and some of which is confirmed. But to find the documents that have been unsealed, please refer to this link here at blackvault.com. They have a document archive. You can either do a zip file of all 4 files listed below, or you can download each file individually. Please peruse them for your own reading, and also so you can keep the people around you safe. Thank you for watching/listening, and rest in peace, Virginia.